LEGO has done it again, and the 80s are back, and this time it's the turn of a cult classic that defined a generation. We're talking a whole heap of nostalgia, including traps, treasure maps, and a pretty big pirate shipwreck. This is the room at LEGO Ideas 21363, the Goonies. So welcome back to another video, guys. It's Ben here again from Brick Scoop. Don't forget, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss out on future content to come. Also, put your thoughts in the comments below, what you think of this set, what are you excited for. Let's get into this one. But before we fully dive into this build, let's talk about why this movie still matters. So released in 1985 and directed by Richard Donner with a story by Steven Spielberg, The Goonies quickly became a cornerstone of 80s pop culture. It was the ultimate kids' adventure story, a ragtag group of misfits, secret caves, mobsters, ancient treasure, and heart. The film was a box office success, grossing over $125 million worldwide, and has remained a fan favourite for nearly 40 years. I know it's one of mine. It inspired generations to explore, to stick with their friends, and to never stop looking for adventure because, as we all remember, guys, Goonies never say die. If you grew up in the 80s, LEGO has been throwing a nostalgia party over the last few years. We've had the Ghostbusters firehouse, the DeLorean time machine, even Optimus Prime himself. These aren't just fun builds, they're cultural artifacts, and with the If We Could Turn Back Time competition from LEGO, we're likely to see more, including E.T., Gremlins, Big, Beetlejuice, and even Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Now, joining this iconic lineup is the Goonies, that's set number 21363, rumoured to be priced around $299.99 and launching sometime in November 2025. It's a brick-built tribute to one of the most adventurous and greatest films of the decade, and it's one that I am super excited for. Surprisingly, this isn't the first time that Goonies have brushed up against the LEGO world. Back in 2017, the LEGO Dimensions game introduced the Sloth minifigure along with a tiny buildable version of One-Eyed Willie's mini ship. Whilst fun, it was only a glimpse into what the future could be. Fans have been clamouring at a full set ever since, and in classic Goonies fashion, they never gave up. Some of the more notable ones included the Goonies 360 and the Goonies 30th Anniversary Edition, the Inferno. Both of these sets are great looking builds, but both seem to capture only a small part of the Goonies story and the magic, with Goonies 360 capturing some of the key elements and scenes well, but not the iconic ship that we see in the final scene. Whereas Goonies, the 30th Anniversary of the Inferno, captured some of the grandeur of One-Eyed Willie's ship, but none of the rest of the movie. More recently, we saw the If We Could Turn Back Time challenge on the LEGO Ideas website for a fan designer to come up with a new set inspired by one of their favourite movies from the 80s. There were 4 notable sets submitted, the first from Farm Farm, the second from Tang Tai Zong, and the third from Brick Stability, and the last from Delusion Brick. Whilst the first 2 of these sets are fine, it's really the final 2 which are most accurate in terms of capturing the complete Goonies story and are my favourites. The design from Brick Stability cleverly integrated the underground scenes into a version of the Skull Rock that we see them hold up during the movie to try and locate the buried treasure. But because this gave very limited space, it meant that the key scenes from the movie were displayed in a stacked format with very limited space to each one. The design of the One-Eyed Willie's ship, however, was brilliant and, in my opinion, captured some of the magic of those final scenes where we see the Fratellis catch up with the Goonies in their adventures. However, the final design and the winning design really captured the essence of the movie and really almost in every respect, meaning that this set gained the support it needed and now it's been reworked and refined into something official. Set number 21363 is rumoured to come in at around 2,912 pieces and will feature multiple iconic scenes from the movies all in one set. The build is laid out in a progression starting from the old abandoned restaurant that serves as the Fratelli's hideout. From there, the story descends underground to the basement where Sloth is revealed, chained to the pipes, and it continues through the trap-filled caves and tunnels that make up the Goonies' unforgettable journey to One-Eyed Willie's treasure. Each segment of the set connects to the next, gradually revealing more of the film's story, just as we see when the Goonies are travelling through the tunnels of booby traps looking for the buried treasure. It's a diorama that not only celebrates the narrative but guides the builder through it. You'll find the wishing well, the bone organ trap, the waterfall cave, and the water slide at the very end, and ultimately One-Eyed Willie's pirate ship, the Inferno. Now, whilst the LEGO Ideas model captures the film spirit incredibly well, there are a few omissions and hopefully upgrades that we'll see in the official version. The iconic treasure room from the film's finale, where the gang finally discovers Willie's gold, was missing in the fan model, as was the infamous plank that Chunk and Sloth walk towards the end. I'm hoping personally that LEGO include both of these in the final product, but that would require a significant change, so I'm not sure if that's going to happen. One-Eyed Willie's cabin, where the gold is revealed, might make a really nice side build and gift with purchase for the model, and it wouldn't surprise me if this is something that LEGO come up with if it's not included in the final build. So thinking about the initial model, are there any particular omissions that you've noticed or changes that you'd like to see LEGO make in particular? Put your thoughts down in the comments below, let me know what you're thinking. As for the ship itself, whilst the concept is brilliant, the shape of the hull, the scale and the rigging weren't fully accurate to the film. The masts and the sails especially could benefit from more refinement and grandeur to match the cinematic climax that they represent. And still, integrating this ship into the flow of the set as the climax of the entire journey really is a stroke of genius. It's a masterstroke. If you look at the ship, you feel like it's truly stuck against the rocks, but then when you turn it around, those rocks become part of the cave tops that the Goonies are travelling through. It's truly brilliant, in my opinion. Now, one big question remains: how much will the final version differ from the fan model? Historically, LEGO does rework idea sets significantly for production, sometimes to improve stability, sometimes for play features, and often to align with design standards. So we can expect some level of refinement in this, particularly in the pirate ship section, minifig detail, and perhaps the colour palette. The core layout may remain, but it's safe to assume that what hits the shelves this November may be a polished evolution of this fan-submitted concept. With that said though, not all LEGO idea sets change drastically. Some, like the Disney Pixar Luxo Junior set and the Ghostbusters Firehouse set, stayed impressively true to the original fan designs, but in contrast, others have gone through major changes, like the Caterham Super 7 set from the past, or also Sonic Mania Green Hill Zone set, which was redesigned somewhat. The Medieval Blacksmith also underwent notable aesthetic upgrades from the final design. So, who will this set appeal to? Quite simply, a lot of people. And with the minifigs, in this one we can expect 11 in total. There's Mikey, Chunk, Mouth, Data, Brand, Andy and Steph, so all of the Goonies there. And also Sloth arrives in full Superman shirt glory. Then we have the Fratellis themselves, including Jake, Francis, and also the matriarch Mama Fratelli. Unfortunately, whilst we are keeping our fingers crossed, One-Eyed Willie currently does not seem to make an appearance in this ideas model, as there's currently no treasure room to put him in, but hopefully LEGO will sort that one out either with a gift with purchase or a modification to the model. This may seem like just another retro cash-in. The Goonies represent a kind of storytelling that LEGO's core fan base, especially adult fans of LEGO, grew up with. 21363 isn't just a LEGO set, it's a representation of memories that we sat watching simple but fantastic movies like this one, when life was somewhat simpler and somewhat more innocent. The Goonies never got a proper sequel, but this set, in its form, their story tends to live on. So tell me in the comments below, are you grabbing this one in November? Are you looking forward to this release? What's your favourite Goonies moment? Leave us a comment below and let us know what you think. Don't forget guys, please like and also subscribe to the channel for more deep dive LEGO stories right here on Brick Scoop, and I'll see you in the next one.